welcome back to East Midlands Field Sports. I'm going to do another Gundog video training session today. What I'm going to do is a couple of drills I've been working on with Clover, because it's about 3 weeks now until the wildfowling season starts. But with Clover, I do something every day with her, little different drills, or sometimes just even on a walk, just simple stop, heels, things like that. Keep her active until the season starts. So I come to a playing field, got a lot of space here. I've just tucked myself away in the corner because the wind is quite strong, and the way I do these drills, I have to really give a good toot on my whistle, because otherwise Clover doesn't actually really hear what I'm telling her with a whistle, but she'll be looking at hand commands. So what I've got to do is I'm going to get Clover sitting up here. I'm going to put a dummy to the left and the right. I'm going to send her right-handed, stop her, and then send her left-handed. And this kind of simulates, if you're on a shoot day, you've sent your dog to one bird, let's say another bird starts running, you want to stop them on a dead bird and then put them on a runner, because obviously dead bird isn't going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to have Clover, I reckon if I sit her up around here, I've got a nice bit of space between each dummy. So I'm going to call her up now. Here. Good girl. Sit up. Stay there. So the first dummy I'll put out is her little snipe dummy. She's had this since she was a pup. Only weighs about 250 grams. But I like using that because that one, if you chuck it out a distance, she can't always pick up the straight visual. She might lose it. But it gets her using her nose. Stay there. And then her very battered £3 pheasant dummy. But with a little hole in it, it doesn't quite weigh £3 anymore. So I've got a dummy to her left and a dummy to her right. And this is the same way I train her directional training. So we'll cover that one in a minute. So with Clover, she's looking for a hand signal. I'm going to send her left-handed first. Then she's changed to the right. That was my mess up with my arm directions then, but she still looked good girl. Stay. Get on. Good girl. Well done. So that is how I do the directional with the stop. But I'll just show you one quick direction if this is what you're looking to do with your dog. And what I try and do, sit up, is use these football lines, or the pitches, the lines on the pitches, as a bit of a barrier for Clover, because she tends to bum shuffle. But I've found with a line she doesn't do it as much. But for directional, I have got this on another training video, but just to touch base on it again, it's the same principle. Get the dog sitting in the middle, put one dummy, hey, that was my fault, here! I was looking at her and I pointed left. Sit up, leave it. When I'm filming I just have to remember not to wave my arms around. Stay. So the best thing to do with directional is have fixed points. So for example, you could sit the dog at the base of that tree, you could put a dummy 20 yards either side, and then send them left or right. You don't have to, but I try to use a barrier, so against a hedge. But Clover's done this a few times, so I can generally just sit her in the middle of a field and do it. And what we've been doing is adding a third one behind her, so then I've kind of got a left, a right and a back. But this is the basic one, so we're just going to send her left. Get on. So she's gone to that one. And then instead of sending her straight back, wait, you take them back to the point of where you want them to sit. Clover, heel up, heel up, Clover, heel up, good girl. So I know where the dummy is, Clover, here. Sit up, good girl, stay. And then you just go back to your point and then send them for the second one. Get on. So it gets them used to your left and your right. And like I say, we're working on the back as well. And the next one, I like to call this the drive. So this little drill I like to do, I'll call it the drive. So this will simulate if you're obviously on a peg, or even picking up and roosting. You just got your dog sat there, and naturally there's going to be birds dropping around them. Stay, leave it. So I'll just try and chuck dummies out, different directions, have a hand clap, and we're going to use the very battered small pheasant dummy. That's split, leave it. So she's got 3 dummies out now. Sometimes I'll do send her in order, but normally I'll just give her command, find it, and she'll just go out and retrieve each dummy. Find it. And this is a good way of her using her nose as well. Clover, Clover, get on, get on, get on, Clover. And she is very good girl, scent driven. So sometimes I do just let her work an area. Because she's part spaniel, she's got a very good nose on her. Go back, find it. But yeah, this one I like to do often with her, because I suppose the last time she's actually stood with me in a wood when I've been shooting would have been what, 4 or 5 months ago, roosting. So this one I do like to do a few times a week with her. So I'll just move her into a different position, chuck a few more out, and she's watching them all because she's quite visual. And then, like I said, let's have a go at doing back 3 that I want her to pick them. Sit up. And then we're going to leave the snipe one till the last. Get on. But you can put as many dummies out as you like, and the friend does what he calls around the clock. Get on, find it, and say this snipe one, she's gone straight on it. But yeah, friend does around the clock, so he will put them out as the name suggests, sometimes circular, have the dog sitting in the middle and sends different directions, or he'll do like a 9, a 12, a 3, a 6, and send them that way. But I like doing that one with her. So the last one we're going to do is kind of a hidden memory. So Clover's sitting behind me, and I'm going to use this snipe dummy because, like I said, it's small and sometimes she really has to work for it. So we're just going to place it down here, so she'll know where it is because she's seen me. She's laying up waiting for her command, but I'm actually going to pull her back a bit, so I'm going to let her stay there. I'm going to walk to this circle, pull her back, and then send her on it. Here. Again, she knows where it is. Clover, here. She knows where it is. But again, there might be a time where a bird drops, you can't pick it straight off. You might have to come back a few yards, or even wait for a drive to finish. Back. So now I'm just letting her do her thing. She knows where it is, and I'm just going to let her work her nose. Nice and easy, she's got it. Sit up, good girl. So for this little video, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I'm just going to do a couple of little more drills with Clover, but I've hoped you like the stop directional, and then how I do the direction, and the little drive and a quick hidden memory. So like and subscribe guys, and I'll be back soon with another video.